Hello, welcome to Lobricks. I am Leaky Trooper, and today we are going to decide the fate of our Clone Wars and our Tatooine MOCs. So stick around. So we put a survey on the channel a few weeks ago, and we asked you, the viewer, which way do you want to see Lobricks go? Should we keep going with the Clone Wars MOC? Should we update Tatooine? Should we do both? In Chicago in June of 2025 is the next Brick World, and we wanted to bring a MOC to that Brick World, either our Clone Wars MOC, which is small, or our Tatooine MOC, which is huge! And we noticed our Clone Wars MOC was not getting a ton of views, but that's probably more on us because we suck. And every time we do a Tatooine update, it gets huge response. So we asked you guys, which would you want to do? Well, you're gonna have to wait to the end of the video to find that out, because first we're gonna do an update to our Clone Wars MOC, something I've been working on for a while. We got the hangar bay just about done, so we're gonna be putting Jesse, Rex, Ahsoka, and a whole pile of clones onto the MOC. Also, Assistant and I are gonna be talking about the future of Tatooine. If we were gonna keep going forward with it, what would we do? And then finally, we're gonna talk about what we're doing next time on Lobricks. So with that, let's build onto our Clone Wars MOC, which is from the episode Victory or Death, which is a giant crash Venator. And let's put some serious clones on it this time. All right, this week on our Clone Wars MOC, we have to get to work on the hangar bay. And first things first, we need the hangar bay to be a little more open, just like it is in the episode Victory or Death from Clone Wars. Ahsoka, Rex. So to open it up, we can't be having these pillars here. So we're gonna have to have Technic pieces that stretch across, so there's no pillars down here. However, we can still drop our top pieces on. So for starters, I'm gonna have to take out these pillars and work with my absolute nightmare, which is Technic pieces. All right, so I hooked the two sides of the crash Venator together with some Technic pieces. Therefore, I don't need pillars in the middle, so we can have this nice middle section of the hangar bay open, where we can place some troops and it's unobstructed. And obviously the colored pillars in the back will be hidden by gray walls, just like we did in the previous section of the Crash Venator MOC. One of the worries I had would there be no structural support for putting the top pieces in place. And as you can see, that's not really a concern. They're holding up pretty well. So there it is from both sides. Now let's build this center section, looking up at the control room. All right, we need to add the middle section here, which is going to be 11 studs across. Then we are going to be decorating the floor where the ships land with these little hazard tiles and other tiles. So it looks just like the hangar floor in Victory or Death. I did want to mention one thing. I guess there's this building technique called mills, and this is not quite it, but you build up so you can make things modular and plug them in. Then they can snap together by putting in these connecting pieces. So this is sort of mills, but my modular pieces are being kind of be sliding around, so not really a need to connect them together yet. But I am experimenting with this new technique, so for future things, particularly when we bring them on the road, I can connect them together, make them very modular. So anyways, let's build. All right, so there is the center section of the hangar bay, at least the first part. So let's put this back in the MOC. It's gonna snug right up against there. Now this side. Now let's put down the middle. And there we go. As we move more towards the back, we are going to be building additional sections of the hangar bay, both the force field section and the center sections with the yellow caution areas. Now I'm going to build the back wall of both of these sections, similar to what we did in the other sections of the Venator. All right, let's install the back walls. We just need to get the wall on the other side, and then we can place down some minifigures. All right, the sidewalls are in place in the hangar on both sides. Now it's time to add a bunch of minifigures. Clones! All right, so the first two figures we have to add to the scene are Rex and Ahsoka. And essentially, they are being confronted by Jesse and a whole army of clones, which we have to set down right here. Wait, Ahsoka and Rex are up there. How can they be down there? I can't take it. All right, so Rex and Ahsoka are being confronted by a whole line of clones, starting with Jesse. Then behind Jesse, lined up in almost perfect order, are a combination of Ahsoka clones and regular clones, the old white helmet clones. So let's line them up. All right, that should be enough for now. So let's take a look at the whole scene. So next time on the Crash Venator mock, we have to continue working on the top where the hangar bay is and extend the hangar bay to the end of this section. And that will really be the end of this first section of the Venator mock. Then we have to build the second section. This thing is going to be huge. So now let's talk about the survey and the future of Lobricks. So the survey was pretty split. About 30% said Clone Wars, 30% said Tatooine. A lot of you said do both, which is a possibility. It's just going to take longer. Being that our goal is to take it on the road, we have decided, particularly because there wasn't a clear winner, we're going to do both. Are we crazy? Yes. Are we biting off more than we can chew, as a commenter said a while ago? We definitely are. But this is Lobricks. We can do it, right? Right? So, since we are going to do both, we already did the Clone Wars portion of the video, so let's talk Tatooine. Assistant and I are going to talk about the future of Tatooine, what we're going to do, and then coming up, we got a pretty big thing that we have to put onto the mock. But before we do that, we have to destroy part of the mock. But that is not for today. So for now, listen to Assistant and I talk about the future of Tatooine. All right, Assistant, since the people have spoken and they want us to put the sail barge on the mock, we're going to have to do it. But what do you think of this thing?
I think it is capitalism manifested perfectly. Just a big piece of plastic that really serves no purpose whatsoever, but is a ludicrous amount of money.
Yes, I agree. But what about the build?
Oh, you know, it's a jobless sail barge.
It is. It is a jobless sail barge. With 11 figures we already got.
Hooray.
All right, so now we established that this is a commercial piece of plastic. Let's move over here to Tatooine so we can, discuss things. Get over here, Assistant. The Lobricks fans have spoken. They want Tatooine updates, so we're going to give them Tatooine updates.
There's literally a thick layer of dust over everything on Tatooine, and we've wiped it off so you don't notice. That's how long it hasn't been used for.
I think last time we did an update, 2 years?
I don't know, it's been a while.
It's been sitting idle.
I want to start cutting these ships down now. I didn't realize that how many we had.
No! All my ships.
I remember...
Except, that's a Disney one. That's going to have to go.
Yeah, blow it up.
Yep, the slave one I think should stay.
Remember when you had the shuttle over and everyone in the comments was like, it's not an Imperial shuttle, it's actually the Imperial landing craft, which is different. And then you actually looked and then LEGO had produced the separate looking vessel, even though to anyone watching it is merely inconsequential.
But in the movie, it was the landing craft. That's what's taking off when they're on the dewbacks. So that is official. That's canon.
Is this canon? Who's piloting this? I
don't know. Stormtrooper. TIE fighter pilot, or is that Vader?
Pilot.
Wait, who's in there?
I think it's landing craft pilot.
Oh, yeah. It's just a TIE fighter.
Classic landing craft pilot.
Yep. So I might have called it an Imperial shuttle, but I should have called it.
We initially had the Imperial shuttle hung. This is
that's right.
And then the Commodores were like, it's not an Imperial shuttle, It's the Imperial landing craft.
So I had to swap it out for a landing craft.
Well, my point is how the hell did you notice the wings and the top bit? You know, it's very similar.
Yeah, but you know, we wanted authentic. And I do have a Millennium Falcon. It's just flying over because I wanted the Razor Crest. So we got to get rid of all traces of Disney.
Yes, all traces.
Come on, man.
Everything must be removed.
So how are we going to get a Millennium Falcon in there? We're going to have to add another 3 feet.
I say we rip out the entire landing bay and start from scratch.
Oh.
In fact, I say we rip out all of Tatooine and start
over?
Yeah.
We just start over.
Yeah.
Yep. It took us 2 years to do this. Well, you the commenters, let us know what you think. Let us know with all of our discussions, all of our plans. Should we rip it out, start from scratch? Should we just carry on? And speaking of carrying on, let's get over here and talk about the sail barge, because we're going to have to rip all of this out of here, get rid of it, put the sail barge in its place. But before we do that, I got some complaints. I'm just disappointed in the minifigures in the sail barge. They kind of stink.
Yeah, Disney was like, here you go, here's something you've already have.
Oh, yep.
What's that?
Would it have killed them to put another band member? Although this...
You want another
Max
figure
Rebo.
you already have? There you go. How's the sail barge cast?
Oh, man. Well, you gotta admit, Max Rebo is the only band member on the sail barge.
Yeah, and they haven't printed it in 10 years, since 2014, so everyone's forgotten that it exists.
I think it's like $1 million, and their minifigure hoarders are going to get upset. Because now they're going to have a new Rebo.
Yeah, well, no, it's in the $500 version, so...
Oh. Well.
Trust me, Lego owns Bricklink too. They know the secondhand market just as well as we do.
Just profits.
Yeah, profits.
Well,
I think it's gonna be interesting. One thing to note about this is base plate level. So we'll have to build it up a little bit, because if it's the Sarlac pit, I kind of want it to be like Hoth, how it's a little built up, so we can have some terrain differentiation. You know?
Yes, I know what you're saying. Friend of the channel, Target Legend, has given us some rebrickable ideas for a Sarlac pit. He also said we can't buy that new Jabba skiffs. They're kind of stupid. So he also gave us some skiffs. Here's some pictures of that stuff.
You mean Target Legend of Which City Bricks, where you can get all of your Lego sets and or items that you might want to consume?
Yes, Which City Bricks from Salem,
Massachusetts.
Yep, Massachusetts.
Oh, is that a real place?
It is a real place.
I don't think that exists. That's not real. You made that up.
We were there. We went and visited. Remember, there was a video of it. I'll show a little clip from that.
Target Legend, this is your Lego room, and we are in Massachusetts, called Which City Bricks.
You were literally there.
I can't
Hyperbole.
This is more Gen Z or Gen X propaganda.
It is Gen X propaganda. But you are right. The Sarlac pit has to be lifted up off the ground to a certain degree, and I think we could build into it off of, you know, these areas here.
Yes, so there's all kinds of stuff. We can use this as kind of like a starter, because there's a little bit of a dune there. We can build up from there and go over.
So we are next time going to rip that out, put the Jabba's sail barge in. Is there anything else you want to do, assistant, other than obviously Jabba's palace?
Can we add another Doolicker?
Yeah, you know, I've been wanting to add a Doolicker. I cannot remember the name of this guy. I just can't remember its name right now.
It's a Doolicker!
I think I even have the pieces to build a second one.
Doolicker. We're putting it on a trading card, making it official.
There was one commenter that really wanted the instructions for this. And the problem is, I didn't do it off of instructions. I just found a picture of this, and I literally built it.
I think there's probably someone out there selling those instructions.
Gotta be. Somewhere.
You don't want them. They're horrible. Like, the neck is attached with basically the equivalent of, like, a toothpick in your own saliva. It's not fantastic.
Yeah, whenever I build stuff from scratch, like the Dowager Queen, at least I remember what that is. It's just borderline. You touch it, it falls apart. Same thing with the Doolicker.
The Doolicker!
I think that's called a Ronto?
It is literally a Doolicker. It licks the dew off the Dewback's back.
You're a Doolicker.
Doolicker.
Oh, the Doolicker.
The Dewback. All right, listen. This is gonna be some Gen Z slang propaganda right here. The Doolicker do be licking the dew off the Dewback's back, yo.
Nice.
You put subtitles on that. That's crazy.
I will. I'll put subtitles. I don't think I ever want to get a UCS sandcrawler. I kind of like that sandcrawler.
It's because we can't afford one. They're very expensive.
Yeah, they're very expensive. And I love my Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley, there's all kinds of characters around in Mos Eisley.
Do you know who put... That looks like some Doctor Who robots.
Two characters.
Do you have any idea who did that? Because I did not.
I feel like I've been asked this question on many occasions, and the answer is always the same. It's like when the FBI comes knocking. I don't know anything about no one, about nowhere.
I think it was our Doctor Who fans. I think it was Mini Mandalorian and his father when they came to visit. I think they did this. They're Doctor Who fans. That looks like one of them Daedaluses or Dardaluses, whatever.
And this is for all these third-party names like Target Legend and Mini Mandalorian. There's a lot of side characters.
There's a lot of Lobricks side characters. You're gonna have to go back and watch old videos.
I didn't realize there's gonna be lore.
There is lore. There's lore. So watch. We got our 3 MOCs. The Tatooine MOC, which had like 80 episodes. Our Hoth MOC.
Oh, I remember Hoth. I was there for that part.
Yep, you were through that. And then we had our Trench Run, which I think about 25 people watched that one.
I didn't even watch it.
And then there's a Clone Wars, which we're building now. We actually built in this episode. All right, so that means next time we have to destroy this area here. Out with the old so we can bring in the new. So starting next week, we're definitely going to do some work on Tatooine, a little destruction, and we have to put down the sail barge. Let's be honest, we got to get that thing on the MOC. And on the Clone Wars MOC, we have to build more framing on the top, and we have to build the rest of the hangar bay. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming up with our MOC building. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. And we will see you guys in the next one. We got a lot of work to do. I am Leaky Trooper. I'm out of here, and bye.